Okay, here we are on the property. I just walked this flat here, and it's about 22 meters. That would be, this whole site would be the barn dominium. I have to cut some slow. I'm not sure how I'm gonna cut the driveway. Okay, I'm gonna drop my phone now because I fell last time I came down this. So here's the top of the property. I think that's an easement road for these people, but I think this would be the site.
I mean, this is a pretty well-traveled road.
Lots of dog poop on it. I think we're at the base of the property now. Okay, so we just got back last night from Maui. You could tell how excited I was when I recorded my first video talking about our barn dominium project. We met with the seller of this land and got our dreams crushed a little bit. The land wasn't as good as we had hoped. We were only looking at it like topographic maps, and just the elevation change between where we need to build our barn dominium and how the way you access it was almost like a 80-degree hill to get down, which would make it kind of impractical for us to build anything. It'd take a lot of work. I don't know if the city would even let us because at the top of the mountain we'd really need to grade it down for our purposes. So we looked at another property, which was actually the first property that got us thinking about this last year and kind of dreaming about what we could do with the property. And it's a little over 5 acres. That's asking the same price as the other one, but unfortunately now it's off the market. So now we're trying to figure out how we can get in touch with the seller and see if they'd still be up for selling it. It's a beautiful location. It doesn't have the views that the first property had. It is very quiet. All the properties around it are large, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 acre pieces around it, and it's just in this little nestled section by itself. And there's still buildings around us on the neighbors' properties, which I think is going to be really great for us because it kind of sets a precedence that it will allow steel buildings in the neighborhood, which is kind of what we're going to start with and then work our way up from there. Most of it's on a hillside, but it looks like we'll, just from walking it briefly, we should be able to scrape enough away of the hill to make a really great building site for the barn dominium. I don't know if we would have a site for a second future home. I mean, there's plenty of property, but I just don't know yet until we really start to work. I don't want to get too excited about that one yet until we actually make contact. Tried to walk around to the neighbors. We met one of the neighbors walking around. I've been walking that area for 40 years, and Ralph, something. Anyhow, very nice guy, and he told us to go talk to this other neighbor. Unfortunately, those properties were all fenced and they had gates and they didn't really have a way for us to go talk to them. Just kind of walked around, looked at the site. It's beautiful, and so that's our best option for the moment. We're going to keep looking, but we're going to keep our fingers crossed, reach out to the property owner and see if they're still willing to talk, see if they're willing to make a deal. Oh, in fact, what's great about this video is you can actually see the site from our home right now. It's actually over there. There's a tiny red barn, one red barn in the foreground and then one right behind it, and it's actually touches that piece of property. So it'd be really great. It's very close to where we are. It's just in a valley. It's kind of protected. It's going to be a lot quieter than the other property because there's no real way for sound to get down into the valley there. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and I will let you know as soon as I know something more. Mahalo. So Dog's barking. Okay, so we just got... Maybe he's barking when he hears my voice. Where we'd build our barn dominium. Where we'd build the barn dominium. It had just... Oh my god, I'm going to start over.